everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back for those of you who have been watching my videos. Those of you who have subscribed and are part of my community, welcome. It is nice to have you back. It is always great to share and exchange in the energy. I am doing an exclusive reading for Aquarius this week. When I was doing my weekly check-in for the all signs, where we look at how your person is, how your person really feels about you, and how they really feel in the connection, and what they really think about the connection or think that the connection is. That's just a check-in, a weekly check-in that I do for the collective. Spirit told me that I need to do a special reading for Aquarius and for Libra for some reason. Now, we take into account the season, the age that we're in, the age of Aquarius. And I think that we do tend to forget how much space. Look, the collective holds space. Every sign holds space for the collective with their energy in different ways. And since this is the age of Aquarius, there is a lot of energy, of space holding, and a lot that you are in your own life, in your own space, in what you are experiencing and what you're processing and what you're working through, that you are actually processing for the collective. And Spirit says many of you forget this. You are a water bearer. You are the water bearer. Lots of intense emotion. Everything is overwhelming, is intense. This is why people have been experiencing all of their various, all of the full moons, all of the various process and healing and the portals through which we can go to experience these different breakthroughs and healings and meet with new aspects of ourselves very, very intensely, because it is the age of Aquarius. It is a time in which you get to bear that water, bear that emotion and pour it where it needs to go. So Spirit wants you to remember and to be reminded at this time that the space that you are holding for the collective is an important one. It is sacred, and it is the reason why you are experiencing yourself with great difficulty at times, with great intensity at times, why you are experiencing your relationships and the aspects of your emotional self to be somewhat burdensome from time to time. It is not just for you, it is for the collective, and so we thank you, and this is why this time has been set aside for you. Okay, so Aquarius, for those of you that are new to my channel, that have not watched any of my readings, I just want to introduce who I am. I'm Elif, High Priestess Elif, spiritual healer, spiritual life coach. I channel my readings, I channel my messages. I use my cards to add clarification and to add fun to the reading. But most of my reading is channeled. I'm an intuitive reader. Spirit is wanting me to open your reading and to already start. So everything that I say to you in this reading, from the time that I start to the time that I end the reading, I am channeling. Even if it seems as though I am only sharing my personal opinion or a story of my own, I'm not. I have no judgment or bias in your story. I don't even know who's going to be led here. Spirit knows who's going to be guided to this, to watch this video. Okay? I want you to take a few deep breaths. Breathe into your center. Allow yourself to tap into your intuition. Ask your guides and keepers to guide you through this reading, so that you can know with clarity what is for you and what is not. Okay? Don't try and make something fit that is not meant for you. It's not going to serve you or anybody else. It is a general reading for the collective Aquarians. So it might resonate and it might not. Take it as it fits. Okay? It may not be for everyone. If you find that you resonate with the message and the reading, please be so kind and give me a thumbs up. Comment if you wish to do so. I would love to get your feedback. I always enjoy the energy exchange. For those of you who have taken the time to subscribe, I thank you. For those of you who have taken the time to comment, I thank you. And if you've made a donation to my channel, I really appreciate it. I'm going to get right into it. You've centered yourself. You've asked your guides and keepers to guide you through this reading. Keep an open mind, okay? Everything that comes through in this reading is meant to serve you, serve your highest good, serve you in your relationship with love. Everything is about love, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others, and your relationship with your life experience, okay? Let's begin. Aquarius. Spirit wants you to remember that you are the rebel without a cause, and that your energy has given so much liberation, courage, and power, and given a voice to so many of us in this time. We are finding our voice. We are finding our true selves. We are finding it moving through intense emotion, discovering new aspects of ourselves, a new perspective into our life experience. We are finding and we are discovering it, stumbling over this and that, finding ourselves flowing into and out of this and that. Spirit says to me that this period of time that you find yourself in, and I'm talking about, this is supposed to be a weekly check-in, so I'm talking about now. You know, the energy that you're finding yourself in at the moment, Aquarius, is that you have really been struggling with who you are. You know, finding that you are being misunderstood in relationships, finding that people see what they want to see in you and they're not really seeing or hearing what it is you are expressing or wanting to express, and this can be quite frustrating for you. And you've come to the belief that the reason why people cannot grasp your explanation of who you are is because you are not able to fully connect with who you are. And what Spirit wants you to be reminded of is that you are the rebel with a cause. Now think about what that means. That means that you do not fit into a box. You cannot be boxed. And if you are going to try to do that with yourself, with the bigness, the greatness of who you are, so that other people are more able to embrace you, then you are doing yourself an injustice. Those who need to come into your space, those who need to benefit from who you are, those who have something to receive and something to offer in relation to you, need to rise up into the fullness of who they are, need to set themselves free from the boundaries which they have created, need to allow the bigness, the hugeness, the fullness of who they are to expand and flow freely so that they can connect with you. They need to adapt. You at your essence and at your core are who you are, and you benefit the collective being who you are. You are not supposed to be boxed. You are not supposed to be labeled. You are free. You are intuitive. You are emotional energy. You are like water. You have ebb and flow. Sometimes you are calmer than other times. Sometimes you are a little bit more excitable. You are not meant to have a label and to fit into that label on a day-to-day basis so that other people can find it, can be comfortable enough to be around you. Okay? And that is what Spirit wants you to remember, and how Spirit wants to answer that question that you've been asking yourself. Who am I? What is it that I'm missing? Who am I supposed to be so that other people can identify and recognize me? The ability to recognize you is not dependent on how able you are to fit into a box of their choosing. Their ability to recognize who you are needs to be on a soul source level, in a space where they allow themselves to be the bigness and the fullness of who they are, in a place where they allow themselves to be vulnerable to their emotions and to be the full emotional being that they are meant to be without fear. Okay? Think about what Aquarius brings in terms of energy to the collective. Now, just a few things that I want to mention. Originality. The ability to be eccentric. Okay? Freedom in your thinking, freedom in your speech, freedom in your movement, freedom in the way that you dress, freedom in the way that you do things. Radical expression, and also epiphanies, your intuition, where you suddenly have an epiphany about something and you feel inspired and you move with it. Not questioning, okay, what is this going to do? Where is this going to take me? Because that is going to dilute the energy and the power behind the intuition. That inspiration, that inspirational jolt that is given to us by Source. This is who you are. This is the energy that you've brought to us as a collective. And we thank you, Aquarius. We thank you in this time for all of the many, many aspects of ourselves that we've come to enjoy, come to experience, and the freedom that we've grasped and been able to have the courage to grasp, express, and to dance with through life. This is who you are. You are too big to fit into a label. Who am I? I am this. You are bigger than that. And Spirit wants to remind you of that at this time. This is why this message, why I couldn't fit it into the collective, the all signs check-in, because this is a special message for you, Aquarius, this week. It is what you need to know. We're going to take a look at, we'll follow the same weekly check-in where we look at your person. We look at what they really feel for you. Not what they are willing to acknowledge. Not what they're willing to express. What they really feel. Even the feelings that they're not willing to express. And then we're going to look at what they believe about your connection and how they feel about the connection. Okay. Your person, Aquarius, feels that you are everything that they could ever have asked for and have dreamed of. And what that means is that often the space in which we are comfortable dreaming, fantasizing, is a space that we are only willing to do that in because with it does not come the questions of, how do I make it happen? Is it possible? Do I deserve it? Can it fit into this time-space reality? Can it fit into my life, the life that I have? Do I have the capacity for it? We're free to dream without worrying about ever losing it, worrying about being worthy. And this is what your person is struggling with. Sometimes we spend so many years desiring something, and there's this space in which we allow ourselves to be with that desire because we've already accepted that we can never have it. And this is what your person's feelings are when it comes to you. You have brought so much healing into their lives. They are healing as we speak at a phenomenal rate. And remember, I've said to you, the energy that you bring is freedom. Some people fantasize about, they like the idea of freedom, but actual freedom terrifies them. Freedom of expression. And then they hold themselves back because this is what I want to express. But what if what I get back is not what I want? Or what if my expression is met with disregard or met with discrimination, you know? There are all these fears. that I'm seeing. Even in the knowing that I asked for this. Your person knows they asked for this. And there are aspects of this that they didn't even dare to ask for, that they now realize, oh, they always wanted. They desired it. They longed for it. And now it almost feels too real. Your person spends a lot of time fantasizing about meeting the fullness of who you are. Meeting the fullness, bringing this fantasy fully into the 3D. They fantasize about that a lot. The different ways in which it can happen. And this fantasy is so much fun for them. But unfortunately, the more detail they add to the fantasy, the more the disbelief and the more the resistance and all the things that could happen that could just push against it also enters this fantasy space. And you know, that energy sort of cancels out the realness of them bringing it into this reality. Your person knows that they have to release and surrender this to the divine. They know that they have to trust and have faith and take this leap of faith towards you. And your person is really gearing up to do that. They feel so ready to just take that leap. Because they know that that is what is going to bring them into this space with you where they can have that ultimate fulfillment in relationship with the one person that they've always dreamt of. Your person's ready to take that leap. And I'm feeling, though, that there's still a sense of caution, though. I'm sure that will be clarified. Your person sees with you, they feel that you are their wish fulfillment. You are that house and home. You are home for them. You are that divine counterpart with which they can build an empire. Your person sees the most amazing, the two of you doing the most amazing things together. And they see themselves having financial, emotional, psychological fulfillment, well-being in relationship with you. They feel such a deep soul calling when it comes to you. They feel that they have to release so much of what has been and what they've always known to come into this union with you, and that could very possibly be the magnitude that creates this feeling of caution. Why they've not yet fully taken, why they've not yet just taken that leap. They are at the edge. Your person's at the edge, and they are ready to take that leap. They are so fully aware of everything that they have to surrender and leave behind to do so. Your person sees marriage with you. When they think of being with you, they see it all. They see everything. They see the White House, the picket fence, the big yard, kids playing in the yard, happy times. They see, your person sees you doing amazing things, working together, to move the collective forward, like purposeful work, you know, purpose-driven work. That you share a common goal and a common value system and a common vision in the energy that you want to bring and the change that you want to bring about in the world. That is what your person sees. They see lots and lots of celebration with you. Your person, if they have not expressed it to you yet, your person is moving towards you with caution. I'm not seeing someone rushing in, but this movement and this motion towards you with energy, heart, action is clear. You should feel it, and you should be seeing it in the way that they move and decisions that they make and actions that they are taking currently. Your person feels that this is a very, very sacred connection, deeply emotional connection, but not only that, also so secure. What exists in the 3D is coming to life what exists in the 5D, in the spiritual realm, is coming to life in the 3D. Your person has chosen you. Your person knows in their heart of heart that you are their divine counterpart. Your person sees you as, they see choosing you and loving you as choosing and loving themselves. There is no other choice for them. They know that this is the only choice that is going to lead them to fulfillment and to those levels of emotional fulfillment and well-being that they have come to this life to reach. Your person has such deep emotion for you, so much love for you. They feel that they can be who they are in the fullness of who they are when they are with you. And they feel that you get them in a way that they don't have to water themselves down to be understood. Where they might be experienced as intimidating by other people, you don't seem to be intimidated by them, and they really, really value that. Your person experiences you to be so loving and nurturing. As I said, they experience you to be home. You are that warm place, that comfortable place in the world for them. And you are able to match them and meet them on an emotional level unlike they've ever experienced before. There is so much love here between the two of you. So much love between you. The two of you have very possibly spoken about marriage. That is how your person feels about you. That is how they feel you. Let's take a look at Aquarius person, how they feel about this connection, what they think and believe this connection to be. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Right, let's see what's come up. Okay, they believe this connection to be the energy that helps them to shine a light on their shadow self in such a way that it shows the value and the beauty of who they are. And what that means is there are aspects of them that some may perceive to be negative. Some may perceive it to be uncomfortable or intimidating, as I've said before. This energy in this connection is the right kind of energy to bring out the best in them, every aspect of them, even the parts of themselves that they personally have feared or have felt they need to suppress. This connection brings so much inspiration into their lives, brings so much. They are inspired with new ideas. They are inspired with new ways of being, with new possibilities in work. They are inspired to do things that they would probably never have thought of if this connection didn't come into, if they didn't have this connection with you. They have such clarity of thought when they are able to tap into this connection from a place of just love. As I say, they suddenly have new ideas and inspirations, and they have such clarity about who they are, and they have such clarity about what they've come here to do, because that is the kind of accuracy and clarity that this connection brings for them. They feel as though this connection is a divine connection, a gift from the heavens. They feel as though this is what they've been waiting for all their lives. And at the same time, they have found themselves so enjoying finally coming into the realization of this and what this connection means. Loving themselves, loving life, loving creation, loving the world, looking at the world. They look at people differently. They look what would normally irritate them or frustrate them, or where they would normally see negativity. Now they just see things differently. It's given them a new perspective. They've enjoyed this coming into this connection, coming into being for them so much. Remember, I mentioned at the beginning, there are still those deep-seated beliefs that maybe I'm not worthy of this. Maybe I'm just wanting to see what I want to see because I fantasized about this so long. And there's still that fear that it can just disappear from my grasp. So they spend so much time looking at it, so much time observing what it is and how it makes them feel, as if it might not be a tomorrow, that it holds them almost paralyzed in that space of observation. This could explain a lot to you. And this is why they found themselves going into this energy of being alone with self, taking time out. It's as if they're so selfish about this connection and this energy that they've now come to experience and come into union with, that they forget that you're part of the energy at times. It's like they just want to go and be alone with it, as if they want time to stop so that they can just hold on to the feeling of it for as long as they can, because there's a part of them that still doesn't fully believe that this is real. They've gained a lot of new perspective about a lot of things because of this connection. And they understand the value of perspective and context. And your person feels so much passion towards you. They go quiet a little bit, and then all of a sudden they have this burst of communication where they're expressing so many things, and they're excited and they're passionate about so many things. And this would ring true to you if this is your reading, that they go inwards, go quiet for a bit, and then suddenly there's this burst of so much coming through, and so much that they want to share with you. This person feels, and yet your person feels like they share things with you. When they speak to you, when you guys have a conversation and they leave, they think, did I actually say the things I said? Because they find themselves being open and expressive with you in a way that they have never been with anybody else. And it freaks them out. Your person knows that they've manifested you. The part of them that is soul and source knows this. They know they've manifested you. They know that this is a deeply intuitive connection. They know that the two of you are able to, and they really enjoy this, able to communicate telepathically through your dreams, They tap into you and you into them, even when you are apart. They feel you around them. They feel your energy. And there's so much they know that to them, they feel like there's still so much that they don't know about this, that they are to discover. Your person feels that this connection has made them emotionally clumsy, almost vulnerable in a way that they have not been before. And as amazing as this connection is, it's also highlighted a lot of emotional sensitivities, traumas that they've had. It almost highlights what they've experienced, and the pain that they've experienced previously. And what Spirit is saying, that there has been a situation that you, in your connection, have experienced to be painful. This connection has offered so much more than both of you have ever even imagined was possible, and then something happened between you, that there was a fallout or a difference of opinion. That's now, when you used to singing the same tune, dancing in the same rhythm, and suddenly you have a belief about something or a feeling about something where you feel like you're miles apart. That can feel devastating, because it almost creates the expectation that you're always going to agree on everything and get one another. Something happened here with you guys, that your person has not wanted to show people how deeply it has affected them emotionally. It's almost like it was a bit of a reality check. And this leaves them feeling a little bit, that's also where the caution comes in. Where they naturally feel very free around you, they're finding themselves suddenly feeling this caution when it comes to you. Maybe because they saw a different side to you, and they don't know what to make of that. This connection is very overwhelming for your person, Aquarius. They feel like it could be an obsession, and they feel like you could be, because you have such a hold over them. That's what I'm hearing. Whether they've expressed this to you or not, or whether it's something that they hide, this is what they think. They feel like you have a hold over them, and they can't stop thinking about you. They find themselves going over conversations that you've had, disagreements that you've had, whatever the situation is, whether it was a bit of a fallout, they find themselves having it go over and over in their heads, rolling over in their heads all the time. Memories, things that you've said. They ponder on things. You say something to them, it's not just you saying something. It's like they breathe in everything that you say, and then they go over it over and over in their heads. And this is not always a good thing, because it's like that broken telephone game that you play, where someone whispers it in the one ear and you whisper it in the next, and by the time it comes back to you, the whole story's changed. This worries them, because they've never experienced an obsession like this before. They think this is an obsession, and they find themselves wanting to give you everything, wanting to offer you everything that you deserve. So Spirit obviously wants you to know that even though I'm seeing most of your reading is really, really positive, your person seems to know exactly what this is. there are still those little shadow aspects that show, you know, up and plague them a little bit. And like I said earlier on, they're ready, but there's still something, there's still the sense of caution and something sort of holding it back. And it could be these little things that niggle at them, you know. That's how they feel about this connection. They feel you deeply. They know this is a powerful connection, and then there's this part of themselves that every now and then comes up and whispers a little bit of, are you sure about this? Like, how can you be so sure this soon? And how can you be like, what is your basis of you suddenly making the decision that you're just gonna leave? What is the basis for that? What is the foundation for that? Is it you? Are you just going off a feeling? Okay. Now, Spirit wants me to give you messages from your person. One of the messages, so I'm going to speak it to you as if it's them, okay? The reason why I responded or behaved the way that I did, and I know you didn't like it, I really didn't like it, the energy that I showed up in was really because I became tired of feeling like I was not making my own decisions. You don't realize the impact that you have on people. But then again, I think you do. I think you do realize the impact that you have on people and the power that you have over people. All I wanted to do was please you and for you to be okay with me and for you to approve of me. And I really started to wonder if you were manipulating me with the hold that you have over me. And that's why I showed up in that defensive energy. But you need to know that you are my destination. And I love you. I am moving towards you. The conflict that I feel internally, I know it's mine to figure out and mine to deal with. And regardless of what it is or what I may or may not believe about you or think about you, my soul and my heart pulls me towards you. You are my destiny. I do love you. I find myself at the moment being different from one moment to the next. One moment, I'm here. Then all of a sudden I find myself on the other side. So it's as if I'm stuck in this loop. But I need to be okay with that because I'm figuring things out. One moment I'm absolutely clear about taking the leap. And the next moment I find myself feeling that I need to just go back to the drawing board and take another look. You know, like when you write an exam and it's a subject that you've always been a little bit insecure about, you haven't done well with it in the past, and now even though you feel like you were confident about placing your answers on the sheet, you go back and you want to recheck it, and then suddenly you doubt the answers that you put there. And I know this is not a good thing, but this is what I do. Let's take a look at what else. You and I are meant, we've come together, we've loved in past lives, we've known each other in past lives, we are soulmates. You and I have done this dance before, and so I know and I understand that it's not always going to be rosy. Sometimes this relationship is going to challenge me more than not. Do you know that? Are you aware of that? That it's not always just going to be comfortable. I still care so much about what other people think, and it destroys my confidence. I need to get to a place where that is not the basis of how I show up, because then I doubt what I'm doing. Then I start to wonder, am I really doing it because I want to, or is it because I'm wanting to please? Displacement and projection helps me to decrease my accountability. I know this, and this is what I have done, and this is why we had the situation in which we had the exchange of energy and words that were unpleasant. I have projected my own stuff, and I feel like I mirrored that for you as well. But I don't want to make this about what I think may or may not think about you and in your journey. So, what Spirit is saying, Aquarius, in closing, is that there was a situation in which your person, there was anger. Anger showed up between the two of you. I don't know if you had an argument or if something happened, but suddenly you were expressing anger towards one another. This was because of the major contrast from what you normally experience, was a bit of a shock to both of you and to your system. You had tears about it. They've definitely had tears about it. They were triggered in a terrible way. They can't identify why, and this is why they feel a bit stuck. The other part of them really wants to take the leap. What Spirit is saying is understand that this is what is going on within your person. Understand the energy that you bring into that, and understand that what you are experiencing in relation to other people and those around you is not an indication of who you are so much as an indication of how your energy is bringing them discomfort in certain areas that is helping them to grow. This is what you are doing. If you can look at it from that perspective, you will understand the great value that you are adding to other people's lives. This doesn't always put you in a comfortable position, but this is the beauty of who you are and the magnitude of who you are. Okay? Allow yourself to stay in a center, in a space of love. Allow yourself to always be free in your thinking and in your expression. Don't hold back. It doesn't serve. Allow yourself freedom in how you want to show up in love, and allow yourself to be original. Not what you think someone else wants you to be. This person, your person, knows who you are, knows your value. Trust in that. Okay, Aquarius, this has been your message. This is what Spirit has wanted you to know. Allow yourself to take what resonates. If it did resonate with you, please leave a comment. Let me know how. And if you'd like to take a personal look into your situation, or you'd like personal guidance, then you are welcome to contact me for a reading. My email address is in the description box below. If you have found this reading to be of service to you and it has uplifted you in your situation, then I am pleased. Thank you so much for allowing me to share in your energy, to channel your person and to channel your energy and to give you guidance. Thank you. I wish you well, and I hope to see you here again. Love and light. Bye now.